Hi there. This is Rana Wright.
For those of you who don't know anything about Africville, I'm just going to take a moment to give you a brief history on Africville. The following information can be found on the Canadian Encyclopedia.ca in an article by John Tatry. In the mid-19th century, Africville was an African-Canadian settlement located north of Halifax. For many, Africville represents the oppression faced by Black Canadians as the city of Halifax wiped out the thriving seaside community in the 1960s. Africville was originally occupied in 1761 by numerous white families, comprising of those of whom imported and sold enslaved African men and women. It is said that the area was later given the nickname African Village due to the number of Black families living in the area. The Black families consisted of Black refugees from the War of 1812, former slaves, and of Maroons. Black settlers William Brown and William Arnold acquired land in Africville in 1848. This was to be the beginning of other Black families following suit, and Seaview African United Baptist Church was later established in 1849. Africville can be remembered for being a safe haven from the anti-Black racism faced by many Black people in Halifax. The residents owned an assortment of businesses, including farms and stores. Black people were extremely limited to the work they were allowed to obtain in the city of Halifax, with many jobs being those of domestic servants. Even though the city of Halifax collected taxes from the residents of Africville, the city of Halifax refused to provide basic services such as paved roads, running water, or sewers. Municipal services including such things as police protection, garbage collection, public transportation, and so forth were absent in Africville. Following the expropriation of land for the railway in the first half of the 19th century, the city of Halifax in the second half of the 19th century decided to place adverse services in Africville, including an infectious disease hospital, fertilizer plant, Rockhead prison, human waste pits, slaughterhouses, and an open pit garbage dump. The residents of Africville actively petitioned the city of Halifax to provide municipal services, only to have their request ignored by city officials. Due to the way in which the city of Halifax treated the residents of Africville, many white Halifax residents referred to Africville as a slum built around the dump by scavengers. Although Africville was referred to as a slum, the people of the settlement continued to thrive. The preachers and the music from Seaview African United Baptist Church were renowned and celebrated by many, from within and outside of the community alike. Other accomplishments connected to Africville would include the first Black boxing world champion, George Dixon, who was from Africville. The Africville Brown Bombers were a popular team in the Colored Hockey League of the Maritimes. The famous Nova Scotian singer Portia White worked as a school teacher in Africville as well, just to name a few. In 1956 and 1957, the city of Halifax recommended rehousing residents to make way for industrial projects. The city approved plans that would run over Africville for an expressway to downtown Halifax in 1962. However, this was never built. In 1962, 100 residents from Africville voted against moving, wishing to instead improve the existing community. In the end, the city of Halifax voted to remove the residents of Africville with the promise of improved housing. In 1964, the first land in Africville was expropriated. Over the next 5 years, homes were bulldozed lot by lot. As if losing one's home wasn't already enough, many residents were forced to be moved using city dump trucks. Many residents were given only a few hours' warning that their home was to be demolished, while others returned to see their home and all of their possessions bulldozed to the ground. In the spring of 1967, the Seaview United Baptist Church was destroyed in the middle of the night. The final property was expropriated and demolished in 1969. Many residents were not adequately compensated for the value of their land. Many families ended up spread throughout the country as relocating was now a necessity for survival. The city of Halifax eventually made the land into an off-leash dog park, mainly used by the city's white residents. Halifax Regional Municipality Mayor Peter Kelly, on the 24th of February 2010, apologized for the destruction of Africville. A replica church was built and made into a museum in 2012, and the area was renamed Africville Park. Welcome back. I hope you guys enjoyed that and learning about Africville if you weren't already aware and didn't know about Africville. It's quite a great place, quite a historical event of what happened there. and what continues to go without retribution. Although the descendants and the people from Africville continue to fight and exercise their right to be treated correctly and to have those wrongs righted, they have yet to be righted.